Can I invest in stock market now? So this is the most important question which may be running in your mind all along, because the market has fallen by more than 40 to 50% in the last 25 to 30 days. So it's a huge fall, and the range has been more than 35 to 40%, and uh, most of the good stocks are available at greater discount. So are you going to invest? So this is how you this is what we are going to discuss today. Hi, hello, this is Ganesan, your millionaire coach and author of the book Money Leaks, and I'm going to share what steps you need to follow before investing in stock market at the current moment, and what are the precautions you should take, because people are eager to invest because if it is available at a greater discount. Because there are some people, one a few of my business friends, who called up and asked about suggest me few stocks which I can invest, and in a short span of 6 months I want to get out, or within a year. It's a very risky affair, because if you invest now, within a span of 6 months to 1 year, we don't know what will happen in the stock market, that too in the current scenario. So it is better to stay away if you have this kind of short-term trading, or within a span of 6 months to 1 year. Because what happened compared to last week is that last week some of the stocks had gone down like anything, and there was a short rally of around 2000 points, and in that space most of the stocks, quality stocks, had given by 10%. And within this week, when the stock has fallen by more than 13% on one day, on single day, the stock fell by close to 4,000 points, which has never happened in Indian stock market history. And on that day, all the gains had been erased. So irrespective of the stocks, irrespective of the quality, the stock market has been going down and down, and all the small rallies, whichever, if the stock is raising, it's falling down. So this is how the market has been behaving in the last 1 month. And this is biggest pandemic, as this we say about coronavirus. This stock market fall has been pandemic, that's what I can say. Because all across the world, if you see, all Singapore, even US, European countries, all the stocks have been falling like anything. The Australian markets, New Zealand, Philippines, and Philippines had shut the market for 2 days, but after that day the stock has index had fell by more than 20%. So this is how the market has performed in the last 1 month all across the world. So you don't need to panic, because if you panic, you will take the money out, and that is when the problems will happen. Like you will end up with losses and so many issues, like you may lose your 40 to 50% of your money, and everything else will follow. But what should I listen to it? Whom should I listen? Because there are people who say investing in stock market. Do you know about Warren Buffett, the greatest investor? He became the top five wealthiest person in the world just because he has been able to invest in stock market. Because it didn't happen in a day, and he started from the age of 11. And now, do you know what is his age? It's close to the 89, 90. He's close to 90, but still active, analyzing stocks, just following the principles of Benjamin Graham, his guru or investment guru, in all along his life. So he has been following one simple rule: invest when there is a biggest pessimism, or when the people are fearful, and sell out and make profit when everyone is bullish on the market. So now if you see, it's full of pessimism, full of fearful, like what will happen to my money, what will happen to the stock market and everything. So this is the time you should pour in your money, but you should take three important steps. So this is what we are going to see today. And without much delay, I'm just going to say what are the three things. The first one being the emergency fund. Are you having money for the next 6 months? Because this has been a general personal financial advice. Like people used to say, you should have money for next 4 to 6 months of your expenditure, because your EMIs, your rentals, your expenses, all these are default things which will happen in the stock. Default things which you need to do. So you should have that money. But at this moment, it's even more critical. Why you should have emergency fund is even more critical, because uh, now the stock market has fallen just because of the fall. Virus spread all across the world, and if you see, yesterday our prime minister had told that irrespective of the stock market fall, irrespective of the economy, or irrespective of whatever is happening to the industries, I want people to be safe. This is even more important, right? People's uh, livelihood and people's care, what to say, people lives are more important than the economy and whatever it is. We can we can do whatever it takes to change the economy, to give the needed boost, and everything can be done. But at this moment, for the next 21 days, he said that people's livelihood needs to be taken care. So in this scenario, once all the companies are shutting down for the next 2 months, Maruti, Mahindra, almost all the automobile manufacturing companies, when they are shutting down the operations, the allied industries, just think about them, they may even do that. And when all these supply chain will get affected, if the manufacturing companies are stopping the production, and it's a chain reaction which will happen in the economy, and government is going to take care of that. They are going to give enough boost. That's what finance minister has told, Nirmala Sitaraman, when addressing the people yesterday afternoon. She told that we will give enough economic stimulus, we will take care of it, don't worry about whatever is happening, we are behind you. This is what they said about to give confidence to the people of India, to give confidence to the industrial people, because everyone are worried because what will happen, because all across the companies, the Volkswagen in Germany, most of the German car manufacturers shut down the company, and Seattle and even the startup Silicon Valley, they are completely shut down because they have been traveling all across the world. Now everything has been put on lockdown. Most of the countries are in lockdown. Italy has been locked down for the last couple of weeks, and uh, it's so painful to see what is happening there. So in these kind of scenarios, uh, we need to maintain cash in our hand more than investing in stock market. That is the reason I said, if you're a salaried person, you need to take care of the next 6 months of expenses. You should be careful about what you're going to purchase, what you're going to spend on, and uh, even if anything happens to your health, you need to be very much more careful on using your emergency fund. So this is the reason. And even for business person, you may say that my outstanding credit is more, can I invest? You should be doubly careful, because everybody are stuck with money in all across the country, and it may take a delay for your money to come in. So you should not consider the external credits. Whatever is available inside you for investing and spending, that is the amount you have. So make sure you are accumulating that money at as soon as possible, so that your emergency fund are in place. So once it is done, this is the first thing. So emergency fund should be in place. So once this emergency fund is in place, you are crossed the biggest hurdle in investing in stock market at the current scenario. The next thing what you need to do is identifying the quality stocks which are available across the index. For example, FMCG stocks, what are the big companies which is available to invest? And the banking stocks has been battered like anything, following the S bank crisis, following the debts which is available, and they have been battered like anything. Most of the automobile companies, IT companies, everything has been battered. And this is a time you should invest in quality stocks. And how you need to invest? By using the staggered method. Staggered method is nothing but, say for example, you have 100 rupees, you should invest only 20 rupees right now, and see how the market is behaving. Because why I am saying this most importantly is that no one knows how the market is going to behave, because we don't have uh, a reference point. Because all along we have been telling that this is going to be bigger than mortgage crisis. But what is happening right now is that, due to virus, due to the pandemic effect, all across the world, there has never been such a big lockdown which has happened in the world. And stock market people, they are not able to understand what is going to happen, because they say this is going to be a rally, and the next day there has been a huge fall, and the very next day there has been a small rally which is happening, and no one is able to predict what is happening in the market. And that's why I said you should have emergency fund. And this is the time you should identify the quality stock, so that you will be much more uh, doubly sure that your money is going to be safe in the future. Because this is a time all the good companies are going to be separated from the chaff in the sense, if they're not able to survive, they're going to go away. This is the time only the quality companies which will survive in the market. So one thing what you can choose is the top 30 companies which are in the market for a very long time, for example 20 years or more, and they had delivered growth over a period of time. So identify these kind of stocks, stick to those stocks alone, don't chase any small cap stock which is available at a very normal price, say even if it is at a single digit or double digit prices. Please ignore, because it's a small cap, and you never know what is going to happen, when the real economic impact is going to happen in the next 3 months. So considering all these points, and then the third last and most, again, the most important point, and the third last important point is are you giving enough time for your investment if you are investing right now? Say for example, you're investing in the month of March, and can you stay invested for the next 2 to 3 years minimum? Because you never know how the market is going to perform. That I have been repeating all along these times. So if you have a timeline of at least 2 to 3 years, and generally I will go by what Warren Buffett follows, because his investment principles or guidelines has been, and he has been following whatever is said in Benjamin Graham, and his theory follows even now. So technically it takes a lots of time to explain everything, so they follow that you should stay invested if you can be with the company, because investing in the stock market is like owning up a share, owning up your business, not share, owning up a business. Say I'm going to buy a Britannia share, it's almost like I'm owning up Britannia. So I won't sell Britannia just for the sake of whatever is happening immediately. So I'll own a Britannia for the next 10 years. So that is the kind of long term I'm saying. Say if you at least 5 years. So if you have a mindset of having 5 to 10 years, that is when you're going to buy, you are going to create wealth. What I am saying is that once you follow these three steps right now, in the next 5 years, you're not going to make money, you're not going to make profit, you're going to create wealth. Wealth in the sense, huge. It depends upon how much money you're going to stay in, put in now, and you can imagine the kind of wealth you can create. So this is true. You can check out the quality stocks like HDFC Bank, Asian Paints, and all these companies. These are examples of a company which is already available in Google, and you can check it out, and you can check the annual reports of all these companies. And I'm again putting a disclaimer that whatever companies I am revealing, it's not a recommendation of the stock, it's just an example. I'm saying they are in the market for a very long time. Check what are the quality stocks and how long they have been in the market, and what kind of wealth they are delivered. And considering all these points, then come into the stock market, and then you can be stay invested for a very long time. It's going to create a wealth for you, that is for sure. So this is the right time to invest, but follow the three things. I'm just repeating again. First, do you have emergency fund? Save for at least 4 to 6 months, and then choose the quality stocks which can be available. uh, just follow the reports, because you have 21 days, you need to identify the quality stocks, go by the reports, and then you invest in them. And then can you be there for the next 3 years? So say for example, 3 to 5 years. So if that timeline is okay for you to put in your money, so that is the reason your emergency fund is separate. Then the amount, I am repeating, emergency fund is separate, then the amount available, then you can invest in stock market. Because if you have just emergency fund in your hand, don't invest, because you may end up suffering, I'm saying. Because once you put in the market, you will not be able to take money, or if it is very urgent, you may end up losing 30-40% or even more. So that is the reason emergency fund is separate, and then the remaining amount, whatever you're having, choose the quality stocks, stay invested for the next 3 to 5 years, see how the wealth is getting created in stock market. So follow these principles. And if you have any doubts with respect to what is happening in the market, and if you need any clarifications, you can always reach out to me. And in the below link, you can join my private on unlimited wealth community, where I'm going to say much more about stock market and other wealth opportunities, wealth creation opportunities, so that they are like-minded people. You need to answer three questions, very simple questions. Once you answer them, you can be part of my community. Already around 50 plus people are there, so you can join in. You can learn a lot about wealth. And once you just think about the people who are going to speak about wealth and positive things on money and everything. So we are just going to grow as a community. So be part of my unlimited wealth community. Just click the below link, and you can join in easily. So please leave your comments if you still have any doubts with respect to can I invest in stock market now. I'll be happy to answer. If you like the video, please share it and like it, and share as much as possible, so that your friend will also be clear. Can I invest now, or do I need any? Is it possible to do short-term trading and make money? All these questions will be answered, and he can be relieved of all these questions. So thanks for watching. Please share it, like it, and I'll be happy for that.